Minecraft, a massive and beautiful game where the player can be and do whatever he or she wants. And one of those things is becoming a vampire. And in this video I'm going to explain how to become one and the advantages and disadvantages of being one. The first thing we're going to take a look at is the advantages of being a vampire. The first advantage of being a vampire is that your food level will not go away over time. So what that means is that you can pretty much sprint for how long as you want. And if you jump, you will go even faster. This is really good, and as a result of this you can run very fast and travel very fast over long distances in a very short time. And this is very practical. The second advantage from being a vampire is that enemy mobs such as zombies, skeletons, creepers, cave spiders, pretty much anything will not attack you as long as you're a vampire. This is really practical for reasons that I'm going to explain later in the video. Although if you attack the monster, then pretty much every monster around you will attack you back. Although they will become friendly again after a set amount of time. The third advantage is that vampires take no fall damage whatsoever. And this is really practical, once again. And a really good thing about not taking fall damage is if you combine it with the vampire flying ability. If you use a bone, just like this one, and then right click with your mouse, and then just click it, you will pretty much fly up in the air. And since you don't take fall damage, you can just land safely and nothing bad will happen. Although this will actually drain your food level. And this is something something you really want to avoid. And the final advantage for being a vampire is that you are stronger. And what that exactly means is that when you hit someone, you do 30% more damage than normal, and when they hit you with a weapon that's not wooden, they will do 30% less damage to you. Now we're going to take a look at the disadvantages of being a vampire. The first disadvantage is the fact that you cannot eat food. What this means is that once your food level is empty or you have lost some of it, you cannot get it back. And another problem with being a vampire is that this also applies for your health. Even though your food level is full, you still won't get health back once you have lost it. And to get the health back and the food level back, you have to drink blood. You drink blood by punching other players or animals, as you can see me doing here. Although it's not very efficient and you have to punch quite a lot to actually get some blood. So it's highly advised that you don't lose any health or food level when being a vampire, as it is a pain in the ass to get it back. Another disadvantage is wooden weapons. I barely mentioned this earlier because as I was talking about the power effect of being a vampire, that vampires are stronger, this doesn't count for wooden weapons. And not only that, wooden weapons are also much more powerful and damage a vampire a lot. And this doesn't only apply for wooden swords, but also for other wood items. And then there is the sun damage. And yes, this is Minecraft, this isn't Twilight, and in Minecraft, vampires burn in the sun, like real vampires should do. So, it's simple as that. If you walk into the sun, you will start to burn. And although if you stand in water, as I am doing here, you will stop burning. Which kind of makes sense. Although there is a couple of ways to kind of work against the fire damage from the sun. This can be done in two ways. The first one is to use a potion, which I just used, a potion of fire resistance. This will not stop the actual burning, but it will stop the fact that you take damage from it. So this is very practical, although you may have to work a little bit to get these potions. The other one is to wait until it starts to rain, as when the rain comes, also clouds come and gather up in the sky and, shuts out the sun, and therefore making you stop taking damage from it. It's quite simple, actually. Now I'm going to tell you how to become a vampire yourself. Basically, to become a vampire, you have to get the vampire's disease and then wait for 1 hour in-game time, or real-life time that is. Basically, you have to play on the server for 1 hour in real-life time. You can get the vampire's disease in 3 different ways. The first one is using the method you see on the screen right now. Basically getting infected by a vampire on purpose. You do this by asking a random vampire on the server, and then the vampire will write the command that I just did, and if another player with the same name that I just wrote is standing close by me, he will then drink some of my blood, or in other words, I will lose 1 heart of health, and then the player will become a vampire. The second way is to become a vampire kind of the same way you become one in Skyrim. Basically by fighting other vampires, and then they will accidentally give you the vampire's disease. If you get the disease and you don't want it, you can cure it with bread. Simply as eating bread before the disease takes your body. Okay, but there is a third way to become a vampire, although this is a little bit more complicated, although this doesn't... With this third method, you don't actually have to be in contact with any other vampires. Basically, you have to build what's called an evil altar. And an evil altar is a golden block, and within a 10-block radius of that golden block, you have to place the following things: 30 obsidian blocks, 5 webs, 5 dead bush, and 2 diamond blocks. And you can design it in the exact way that you want it to be designed, but if you then right-click on it, at least I have never tested it myself, so I'm not completely sure, although I think it is it. Yes, it is right-click on the gold block that you placed in the beginning. You will then get the vampire's disease, and then you basically have to wait an hour, just as with the other versions of this way of becoming a vampire. And then I'm quickly going to mention how to cure vampirism. And to cure vampirism, you have to get a lapis lazuli block, and within a 10-block radius of that, you have to have 30 glowstone blocks, 5 yellow flowers, 5 red roses, and 2 diamond blocks. If you then right-click on this lapis lazuli block, you will be cured, and you will become a human again. Although there is a quick little other thing, it is not actually as simple as right-clicking on the block. You have to kind of sacrifice certain items to the altar before it cures you or infects you. There are 2 different sacrifices that you have to do. And basically how this works is that you have to have a certain amount of different items in your inventory, and then when you click on the altar, these items will be removed from your inventory and you will get what the altar gives you. In order to activate the evil altar, you have to have 1 mushroom soup, 10 bones, 10 sulfur, and 10 redstone. So basically, if you have these items in your inventory, right-click on an evil altar, you will get the vampire's disease. And to cure it, you have to have these items in your inventory: 1 water bucket, 1 diamond, 20 sugar, and 20 wheat. But right now, you might be wondering, what the hell is this random guy talking about? There is no such thing as vampires in Minecraft. And you are right, it's not in the vanilla Minecraft, although this is not a mod, it's a plugin. It's called the Vampire plugin. I at least think that is what it's called. And the plugin, as far as I know, is only installed on a server that's called Massivecraft. And all the footage you have seen so far in the video have been captured on that server. I will give you the server IP in the description if you want to check it out. Personally, I absolutely love this server. It's a lot of fun to play on, and I also love playing as a vampire, as it really creates this awesome twist to the game if you want. And it's really entertaining, really. So and that's a couple of other things. Every links and stuff like that you can find in the description, and also on the website massivecraft.com or something like that. I don't completely remember, although it will be in the description. You can find more in-depth information about vampires. You know, maybe a little better explained that I just explained right now. For example, a thing to mention is that these altars that I just mentioned about is that you don't actually have to make them. There are different altars placed around on the server that you can use, although you have to have those items to sacrifice to the altar in order to be cured or infected with the vampire's disease. And that's pretty much everything that I had for this video, so I really hope you liked it. And yeah, a quick little thing before I end the video. I kinda wanna say sorry before I don't know if too many watched that video, but I tried to upload this video a little while back, but something went wrong and it just ended up being 10 minutes of a black screen. Although you didn't miss on anything, it was basically a more crappy version of this video. I basically went ahead and re-recorded it all. I had some issues with my recording software combined with my editing software, although I think it's solved now. At least if you watch this video and everything is fine, you'll know that I have solved it. So yeah, sorry for that, and that was pretty much everything I had for this video. So thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, bye!